Welcome back to Stellar Stories, where we discuss science, philosophy, and the mysteries of the universe. Today we'll be exploring the fascinating paradox of human intelligence. In other words, why did we become so intelligent, able to grasp abstract ideas, mathematics, and ponder matters which have no relevance to our survival, such as quantum mechanics, mathematics, and even the very nature of our own biology? Before we begin, let me quickly say we're a new channel, and if you like what we do, please like, subscribe, and comment. Every interaction from you helps us immensely, and we're still small enough to reply to you all. With that said, let us explore the fascinating paradox of human intelligence. The human mind. We use it to invent, to dream, to explore. Our intelligence makes us different from every other creature on Earth. To understand why we have this amazing gift, we need to go back in time. Come with me as we uncover this awesome story, the story of how we became human. Look around. The world is full of life, but nothing is as smart as we are. What made us so brainy? The answer isn't easy. It's a mix of things like the world around us, chances we got as living things, and maybe even just plain luck. We often think being smart is the best thing ever, but what if it came with a downside? If we want to understand our place in the world, we need to look at what being intelligent really means, the good and the bad. Join me as we explore the hidden costs of our big brains and what they might mean for the future of humankind. When we talk about intelligence, we often think about hard maths problems or cool technology. But to really understand why we got so smart, we need to look deeper. Intelligence is being able to solve problems and adapt when things change. To find out why we evolved this way, we need to go back millions of years to the African savannah. Picture the African savannah millions of years ago. Life was tough for our early ancestors. Being smart was a big help. Early humans who were cleverer were better at surviving and having families. Over time, nature picked the ones with genes that made their brains better. Our ancestors didn't just get smarter. They developed new ways of thinking and dealing with the world. One big difference between us and other animals is that we can think about things that aren't right in front of us. This let our ancestors think about the future and lots of different possibilities. They could imagine new tools, plan clever hunts, and tell others their ideas. Being inventive helped our ancestors survive. Maybe the most important thing that happened to human intelligence was language. Talking to each other completely changed how we interacted and how we learned from each other. With language, our ancestors could share tips about finding food, hunting, and dangers. They could teach their kids what they knew, building up knowledge over time. Language also helped people work together and form groups, which was really important for building communities. Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for over 180 million years, but even though they were powerful, dinosaurs weren't very smart compared to us. Their brains were small for their size. They mostly relied on instinct to survive. Maybe dinosaurs didn't get smarter because they didn't need to. Getting smarter isn't a straight line. Dinosaurs evolved differently than mammals like us. They were very successful for millions of years, living in all sorts of environments. Human intelligence happened because of special things that occurred. When our ancestors moved to the African savannah, they had to adapt to a more open and unpredictable place. Our big brains are expensive. They use a lot of energy. This has a big impact on how we live and what we do. Humans need food with lots of calories and nutrients to power their brains. This need for food has shaped our history, pushing us to create tools and ways to find food. Human intelligence shows how powerful natural selection is. Our big, energy-hungry brains have made us really clever. But there's a downside. Our intelligence is both a good thing and a big responsibility, something we can use to make a better future for ourselves and everything on Earth. Our brains are amazing, but they need a lot of fuel. Our brains use about 20% of the energy we get from food every day. To keep our brains working, we need a diet that's high in calories and nutrients. Our search for food has changed our technology and culture. This need for energy has shaped not just our past, but also our present. Because our brains need so much energy, we have to ask, is being smart worth it? Think about chimpanzees, our closest relatives. Chimps are intelligent, but their brains don't need as much energy as ours. While our big brains have a cost, they also give us lots of benefits, letting us adapt to different places and build complex societies. We often think being smart is great, but it's also easy to mess up. Our big brains are sensitive. Even small changes in our diet, sleep, or stress can affect how well we think. Our complex societies can also be disrupted. Our intelligence, while helpful, doesn't protect us from problems in the natural world. Human intelligence is strange. We've done amazing things, like splitting the atom and curing diseases, but these same advancements have created new problems, like climate change and nuclear weapons that threaten us. This shows that our intelligence can be both good and bad. Our future depends on using our brains responsibly, not just for technology, but also for wisdom, kindness, and understanding how we're connected to nature. Human intelligence is a story that's still being written. What we do today will shape the future. We can create a future where humanity and the planet work together, but we need to understand the power and the dangers of our intelligence as we move forward. Deep in the African rainforests live our closest relatives, chimpanzees. We share an ancestor with them from millions of years ago. Watching them, we see ourselves, reminders of our shared past in how they interact, solve problems, and feel emotions. Chimps, like us, live in complex social groups. They're good at learning and using tools to get food. They feel joy, sadness, anger, and even empathy, just like us. But even with these similarities, there's a big difference in how we think. Chimps are smart, but they aren't as good with language, abstract thought, or symbols as we are. This difference helps us understand what made us so intelligent. Section 2. The sounds of silence. The biggest difference between us and other animals is language. We use words to share ideas, tell stories, and pass on knowledge. Chimps can make sounds and communicate basic needs and feelings, but they don't have language like us. They can learn symbols, but they don't understand grammar like we do. This limits how they express complex thoughts. Language lets us think abstractly, make guesses, use logic, and learn from the past. It's the basis of our cultures, science, and our ability to imagine and build a shared future. Because chimps don't have language, it shows how important language was for humans getting smarter. It was like the software that unlocked our brains. Section 3. The world in symbols. Besides language, another big difference is symbolic thought. We don't just see physical objects. We see meaning, symbols, metaphors, and abstract ideas. This is clear in our art, rituals, religions, and even how we talk. We use metaphors for complex ideas, stories to share values, and give objects special meaning. Chimps can learn that symbols represent things, but they don't understand the deeper meanings like we do. This difference in symbolic thinking is a fundamental difference in how our brains work. Symbolic thought lets us build complex societies, develop advanced technology, and think about our place in the universe. Section 4. A cognitive gulf. The differences between human and chimp intelligence aren't about one being better. They show how we evolved differently. Each species adapted to its environment. But human intelligence is special. Our language, abstract thought, and symbolic representation let us change the world and think about existence itself. This cognitive leap is a big mystery. By studying primates and fossils, we can learn more about what made us human. The human brain needs a lot of energy. In fact, our brains consume about 20% of our body's total energy, even though they only make up about 2% of our body weight. This high energy demand is one of the reasons why the evolution of our large brains is so fascinating. So, how did our ancestors get enough food to power their big brains? Early humans were foragers, gathering fruits, nuts, and other edible plants. They also hunted animals for meat, but raw food alone might not have provided enough energy to support the growth of such large brains. The answer might be cooking. Cooking food transforms it in several ways that make it more beneficial for our bodies. It breaks down complex molecules, making nutrients more accessible and easier to digest. The cooking hypothesis says that using fire and cooking food was very important for human evolution. By cooking their food, early humans could extract more energy from the same amount of food compared to eating it raw. Cooking made tough plants and meat easier to digest, giving our ancestors more calories and nutrients. This was crucial because it meant they could spend less time and effort chewing and digesting their food and more time on other activities. This extra energy helped our brains grow bigger. There's evidence for this. Studies of ancient skulls show a significant increase in brain size around the time humans are believed to have started using fire regularly. Archaeologists have found signs of fire use by early humans over 1 million years ago. These signs include ancient fire pits and charred remains of plants and animals, indicating that our ancestors were cooking their food. Also, our digestive systems aren't good at digesting raw food, especially raw meat. Raw meat is tough and can be difficult to chew and digest, which means it provides less energy and nutrients compared to cooked meat. Cooking also made food safer by getting rid of toxins and germs, which made people healthier and live longer. This reduction in foodborne illnesses would have had a significant impact on the survival and reproduction of early humans. This gave them more time for social interaction, tool making, and exploring, which helped develop human culture and technology. The ability to cook food and the benefits it provided likely played a key role in the development of complex societies and the advancement of human civilization. Imagine early humans around a fire sharing a cooked meal. This simple act, thanks to fire and cooking, changed human social dynamics. Cooking is a social activity. It needs cooperation, communication, and sharing. Gathering fuel, keeping the fire going, and cooking together would have created a sense of community, making social bonds stronger and leading to more complex social structures. Sharing cooked food also helped communication, storytelling, and teaching. The fire created a feeling of togetherness. This social aspect of cooking might have been as important as the nutrition it provided. It helped create the social conditions for language, culture, and the complex relationships we have today. The cooking hypothesis is important, but it's not the only reason for human evolution. While cooking allowed our ancestors to extract more energy from food, leading to brain growth, it was just one piece of a much larger puzzle. The story of human evolution is complex and multifaceted, involving a myriad of factors that work together over millions of years. It was probably lots of things together, like the environment, genetic mutations, and how we behaved. Our ancestors had to adapt to a variety of changing conditions, from shifting climates to new predators. These challenges required innovative solutions and fostered the development of new skills and behaviors. The African savanna was a tough place to live. The vast, open landscapes were both a source of opportunity and danger. Resources were scarce, and survival depended on the ability to find food, water, and shelter while avoiding predators. The changing climate, predators, and competition for food would have favored individuals with better cognitive abilities. Those who could think ahead, remember the locations of resources, and work together with others had a significant advantage. Those who could plan, hunt cleverly, and navigate social situations would survive and pass on their genes. Cooperation and communication became essential skills, leading to the development of complex social structures and cultures. Random genetic mutations also played a role. These mutations introduced new traits and abilities, some of which proved beneficial in the ever-changing environment. Changes in genes related to brain development, like brain size and how brain cells connect, gave natural selection something to work with. Over time, these genetic changes accumulated, leading to significant advancements in cognitive abilities. Small advantages added up over time, making our brains better. Each generation built upon the knowledge and skills of the previous one, leading to a gradual but steady increase in intelligence and problem-solving abilities. Human intelligence developed gradually, shaped by our genes and the environment. The interplay between our biological makeup and the challenges we faced created a feedback loop, driving the continuous evolution of our cognitive capabilities. This intricate dance of nature and nurture ultimately led to the sophisticated minds we possess today. How human intelligence evolved is still a big mystery, but we can appreciate the amazing journey that got us here, from our primate ancestors in trees to the advanced civilization we have today. Human evolution shows the power of adaptation, innovation, and the desire to learn. Controlling fire, developing language, and symbolic thought are just a few of the big steps in our cognitive journey. The spark of intelligence has let us explore the planet, understand the universe, and think about our own existence. It's a wonderful and dangerous gift. We must use our intelligence wisely to build a future where it's used for progress, compassion, understanding, and respect for all life. Our exploration shows us something important. Human intelligence isn't finished. It's still developing. A story we're all adding to with every thought, action, and dream. We inherit an incredible legacy from our ancestors who faced tough times to give us the gift of intelligence. This gift has let us build civilizations, explore space, and understand the universe. But this gift has downsides. Our intelligence has also created threats to our existence, like climate change, nuclear weapons, and social inequality. These challenges need our intelligence, empathy, compassion, and our commitment to a better future. We're the only species that knows it might die out. We know our time is limited. This knowledge can be scary. It can make us feel hopeless, but it can also motivate us to make the most of our time. Knowing we're fragile can inspire us to appreciate nature, connect with others, and pursue knowledge, understanding, and a better future. We control our destiny. Our choices today will shape the future. The legacy we leave will show our values, actions, and dreams. The evolution of human intelligence is a continuing story. From the dawn of our species, when early humans first used tools and fire, to the complex societies we have built today, our journey has been marked by incredible milestones. Each step forward has been driven by our innate curiosity and desire to understand the world around us. It started millions of years ago and continues today in labs, schools, and homes around the world. In every corner of the globe, people are pushing the boundaries of knowledge, exploring new ideas, and finding innovative solutions to the problems we face. From the youngest child learning to read, to the seasoned scientist making groundbreaking discoveries, the quest for knowledge is a universal endeavor. It's a story of promise and danger, showing the amazing potential of the human mind and the challenges we face. Our intelligence has given us the power to create and to destroy, to heal and to harm. The choices we make today will shape the future of our world. Will we use our knowledge to build a better future, or will we allow our fears and prejudices to hold us back? Looking ahead, it's easy to feel despair. The challenges we face are daunting: climate change, inequality, conflict, and more. The future can seem uncertain and frightening, and it's natural to feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of the problems we must solve. But in these moments of doubt, we must remember the strength and resilience of the human spirit. But we must remember we are storytellers, innovators, and problem solvers. Throughout history, we have faced seemingly insurmountable challenges and emerged stronger. Our ability to adapt, to think creatively, and to work together has always been our greatest asset. We have the power to change the world, to turn our dreams into reality, and to create a future that is bright and full of promise. We have an incredible legacy, and we must build on it for future generations, creating a world where intelligence means progress, hope, compassion, and understanding. Our past achievements are a testament to what we can accomplish when we come together with a shared vision. The moon landing, the eradication of diseases, the advancements in technology, all these milestones remind us of our potential. The future isn't something to predict, but something to imagine and create. It is a blank canvas waiting for us to paint with the colours of our dreams and aspirations. We have the tools, the knowledge, and the creativity to shape a future that reflects our highest ideals. By working together, we can turn our vision into reality. Let's use our intelligence to write a new chapter in the human story, where knowledge is shared, differences are celebrated, and we all work together for a better future. Let us embrace the diversity that makes us strong, the wisdom that guides us, and the compassion that unites us. Together, we can create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, and where the stars of our future shine brightly. If you've reached this far, we thank you. Remember, we are growing, and even a single like will help us. Hooe, you enjoyed the video, and remember, be kind.